familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today we have our next update of Pan That Face palette. I'm very excited as always. When it comes to these updates, this has been so much fun for me this year. This is the first year I decided to pan any type of palette in general, and I have found my niche that I know I cannot pan an eyeshadow palette completely, but I know I can get use out of face palette. So this has been so much fun. This is something that I plan to continue next year, and you guys seem to have a lot of fun with it as well. So I have two palettes today. Both are from Too Faced that I want to share with you guys. But first, of course, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Art Japan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the update. Now, for those that are new or haven't started this journey with me since I started it back in January, I actually started this journey with two different palettes. I ended up starting out with, actually I have it right here. I started out Pan That Face palette this year with this palette and I believe this palette. Yes, it was this palette. These two were the palettes that I introduced this whole entire Project Pan on my channel with these two. This I finished off rather quickly. It had a bronzer and two blushes in it. So I already had finished one face palette. I just wanted to recap. Then I had you guys vote on which palette to bring in, and you guys chose this one. So then the rest of the year so far I've been panning these two here. So now I have an update on both of them. So let's start out with this one, shall we? So we are currently panning the color Baby Love, which is the second one to the left of it. As you guys can see from last update, I had hit pan and I explained to you guys that this specific color had a different formula than the other two that I was panning earlier this year. This one was a lot softer. It was a lot less impacted into the pan and a lot more kick up came up. So I already had hit pan on it. And as you guys can see now, I have hit major pan on this one. You cannot deny that I have a very little left in this palette. I'm very excited about that though, because this gives me hope that I can finish yet another blush this year. So far, I have finished two blushes out of this one. I'm almost done with the other one, and this might be a fourth one that I could finish this year. Before this year, I had not even hit pan on a blush. I had hit pan late last year on a blush, but I never had finished one, and this year I am almost at 4, which is very exciting for me. Blush, as you guys know, is hard to hit pan on, let alone finish any, and I'm very excited to say that I could be done for this year. So we are here with this one. I still have a good month before I roll this out and put in a new one in. I think I will be able to finish this one completely up by the finale of this color, not so much of this Project Pan. I will be rolling in a new color in September. So I think I might go with this shade right here. What do you guys think? I have this shade, and this one left. So you guys have to let me know which one. I think that I may go for this one. This one looks like the more fall-esque type of color. So I think I'm gonna go with I Will Always Love You. But my goal is now to finish this one up for next update, and I think I should be done with that one. I'm very excited about this one. Now let's move on to the more exciting palette, shall we? And that is the Too Faced Sweet Peach. Recap, I've been panning this palette for over 2 years now. A little here, a little there. Finish this, finish that. Hit pan here, hit pan there. And this is the year that I decided to fully try to finish this up. I lost hope, didn't think I could. Then I regained my hope. I repressed this specific palette on my YouTube channel so you guys can see that, and I'll show you guys last update. When I had repressed everything, I had a little bit of the highlighter, a little bit of the bronzer, and a little bit of the blush left. I was able to repress all of them and be able to use them. I had finished off the highlighter, if I remember correctly, on the last update, and as you guys can see now, it's blinding you because it is super shiny, you guys. Look at this. I finished everything. There is nothing left in here. All I had really was the blush mainly left. I think I had finished a bronzer too. The bronzer and the highlighter I may have finished last time. I can't even remember, you guys. All I remember is I had the blush left. So I think I only had the blush left. Look, it is completely making me orange. Let me close that sucker up. So we're done. We are officially done another palette, you guys. I am down to 2 palettes this year. I am in shock. When you put your mind to something, you definitely can get it done. I'm very, very excited. I want you guys to know this was used up for over 2 years, so please don't think that this was used up right away. And this one, the formula was super soft and not that much product was in it, and that's why I was able to reuse this and use it up the whole year. You guys can see I have repurposed this. This is now a Z palette, so I can put singles in here. And this one I will be keeping to repress items in here because this doesn't have any grids, any rings, nothing. So it could be, products can be repressed in here easily. So I'm very excited about that. I love the packaging. It's magnetic, has a nice mirror to it. So I am going to keep this one as well. You guys, it even still smells like the sweet peach. It really does. The scent did not go away. It's like embedded into the product or the packaging itself. I am done with this, you guys. Did you guys expect it? I didn't know if I could finish the blush, but I did. I was able to finish it up. It looked beautiful towards the end. I enjoyed every bit of this. It never really got to me. None of the 3 products did I hate towards the end, which was good. That means this was a good product for me. I love peachy blushes. I've known that, and that's one of the best colors that looks nice on my skin tone all year round is peachy blushes. Apricot, coral, that just suits me all year round so well. So I know that that's my thing. I can do other colors, but that is my thing. So I know that if I try to pan peachy colored blushes, I'm good to go. I'm kind of bittersweet about this because I've had this for so long. I've been using this for so long. And now that I'm not using it, I'm going to be putting it away. It's like my kid's going away to college kind of thing. It's very exciting. I'm very happy, but it's kind of sad at the same time because I really did enjoy it towards the end. Some people don't. I did. I'm very happy that now I have 2 less face palettes in my collection. 2 less ones. I still have over 100, but at least I know I can finish some if I really put my mind to it and get my numbers down somewhat in the next 10 years. So a lot of you guys had asked me, what am I going to do now that I am done that one? Because you guys speculated that I would be done that. I still have this palette to go. My goal is not to finish everything in this palette at all. And next year, I'm going to change it up a little bit just to not get myself bored because this year I concentrated on blushes. Palettes that had blushes in them. So next year I might change that up to not get myself bored and give my singles a chance to be used as well. So this I'm going to continue to use for the rest of the year. I just want to see more progress in this palette as well. I don't want this just to sit around and look like I barely touched it because it's one of my older palettes. So we're going to continue with this one. My goal is to finish that Baby Love color and then move on to another shade. So I thought about this long and hard, and I thought about rotating different palettes, thought about just testing things out for next year. But to be honest with you guys, I already know what I want to do for next year. So there was really no reason for me to just to play around. I still have the opportunity to play around if I want to through my Shop My Stash. So long as I just use the product one time, I'm good to go. So I still have that there. So I didn't feel like I needed to do it here. And a lot of you guys were interested in me continuing seeing more progress, continuing seeing me using things up. So I actually decided, since I already finished up 2 pre-made palettes, I would bring in a palette that I made myself. So I chose 3 products out of here. As you guys know, this is all blushes, so I decided to bring in a highlighter and bronzer. So this is also by Too Faced. I did not purposely do that. I just realized that right now. I kid you not. I literally just realized that right now. Oh, I guess it's the year of Too Faced. So these are super old. As you guys can see, I have not touched these at all. These have never been touched. These products came from a palette that Too Faced made quite a few years ago. And I depotted the whole thing because it came in like a tin container. It kind of looked like this, but it was a lot bigger and a tin, and it opened up. You had the eyeshadows in one, and then you had another layer of face products, which were these. It also came with 2 blushes. I did not bring in the 2 blushes in here because I have already blushes here, but I decided to bring in the highlighter and the 2 bronzers. So this is what we're going to start out with. I will continue to concentrate now more so on this palette. Now this is going to be my main palette, but this is going to be my supplementary palette. I enjoy having 2 palettes going on throughout this whole project pan because it doesn't get me bored. It gives me variety and I'm not just stuck to one palette. I've learned that. If I have 2, I'm good. And so far I've done 2. I finished 2. Now I'm going to continue the 2. So this is what you're going to see here. I will take photos. I will take videos of everything on here. Let me share with you guys these products because my goal for these are not to use them up. Just use as much as I can. Now that we are towards the end of August, I don't think that I will be able to finish these up unless it's a big miracle, but I highly doubt it. I really don't. So I at least want to get use out of these because they're rather old in my collection and they are brand new. I have yet to even swatch them, so I'm going to swatch them with you right now. So I want to get use out of them before they officially die out. So these are magnetic, which is nice. And I put down the name. This is Candlelight Glow. This is something that they rebranded. I don't know if you guys know, but at least with this palette that I had that's older, they had Papa Don't Peach as one of the blushes, and they had Candlelight Glow, which later on they made into singles and sold them as singles, which I do own. And I did own the highlighters. I no longer own the highlighters. So this is Candlelight Glow. This is what this one looks like. It is a bit powdery, but it is pretty, and I can see myself using this up quite a bit. So here it is right here. I'll build it up for you guys so you guys can really see it. So this is what the highlighter looks like right there. So we're going to be working on this highlighter. Just use it, see what I can do with it, and we'll work from there. Now the blushes were two different colors, just like the bronzers are two different colors. So this one is called Sun Bunny Light, and as we all know, they have that now as a single, as Sun Bunny. So I guess they started out in palettes and they made them into singles. So this is what this one looks like, which is really pretty. So that's the one bronzer, and it actually can use it. I can use it for a transition shade. And then this one, the other side of it is called Exclusive Bronzer, which I'm assuming it's Chocolate Soleil, to be honest with you. I don't know. So that's what that one looks like right there. So here's the highlighter, Candlelight Glow, Sun Bunny Light, and Exclusive Bronzer. So these are the three that we're going to work with the rest of the year. So I'm going to be working on all these blushes and then 2 bronzers and a highlighter. I will, I think in the future, have a bronzer in a project pan that I do want to finish up. So I'm going to finagle how to use all of these together. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm pretty good at rotating my products and getting good use out of all my products and being exclusive to the ones I'm panning and not getting bored with them. So this will be the only highlighter so far that I have in any project pan at this moment. Bronzers, so far these are the only ones, but I think I'm going to roll something else in later on. So here we go. Let's do this. What is this, 3.0 at this point? I already did 2.0. I finished that one. Now this is 3.0 of 2020. At least that's something good that came out of 2020, that I know at least I can use face palettes pretty well on top of other crap. So anyway, this is what we're going to be working with. I will update you guys as usual with the rest of these. When December comes, that'll be the end of these 2. Wherever I stand with these 2 is where it's going to stay. I may roll them in next year's project pans throughout the year, but I will be starting brand new with new palettes in January, and I will introduce them to you guys at the end of December. So just bear in mind, these are only going to be in here for another 3 to 4 months, and then that's the end of that with these palettes. Thank you guys so much for watching and staying tuned and enjoying this project pan alongside with me. If I didn't enjoy project pan, I would not be doing it, but I can clearly see you guys do as much as I do, and I'm having a blast. I'm using up makeup, I'm enjoying what I have, and it is definitely curving my spending when it comes to a lot of things in my collection. So I'll put my videos right over here for your enjoyment. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys in those videos. Until then, bye guys.